All right, good evening, everybody. My name's Adem Bria. I'm the Chair of the License and Permits Committee. It is 6:10 PM on October 12th. So I'm going to go over some ground rules. No one may speak until granted the floor. Members, if you have a question about board business or wish to make a motion, please raise your hand through Zoom. If you click the participants icon, the participants panel should appear. You click the chat icon and relay your difficulty to the staff. The chat function should not be used for CB11 business or questions about agenda topics. All such remarks should be made on the record by raising your hand through Zoom. Chat should only be used to alert us to any technical difficulties you are having or to state in writing information like your email address that was already stated out loud on the record during the meeting. Please keep your questions and comments succinct and germane to the discussion. Members of the public about the please raise your hand through Zoom and wait to be recognized. All right, so it's 6:11 PM now. I'm going to call the meeting to order.
Adem, you're going in and out. I'm not sure if
Do you hear me now?
yeah, now you're clear, but you
Okay. I'm not sure. If it happens again, let me know. I'm going to try to speak louder, but I don't know why that's happening.
just check your Wi-Fi connection or something. That's what
Okay.
the issue may be.
Okay, right now it's full strength, but
Okay.
okay, so I was done with the ground rules, so it's 6:11 PM. I'm going to call the meeting in order. Marlene, if you don't mind taking the roll.
Sure. Adem Brija,
Here.
Carlos Diaz,
Here. You're on.
Rosa Diaz. Oh, Adem, Rosa had to be at a CEC meeting. So that's why she's not here. I apologize for not telling you that in advance. Angela Donadell,
Here.
Judith Ferraro, Wanda Hopkins, Eugene Rodriguez.
Oh, did you hear me? I'm sorry, Marlene, I'm here.
Thanks. Eugene Rodriguez. And Jordan Wright.
Here.
Thank you.
My name wasn't called.
I'm taking roll call for the committee members. You're an applicant, so when they come up to your establishment, you will be called, okay? Okay, then thank you. You have a quorum.
Okay, thanks, Marlene. All right, so with that being said, I'm going to adopt this month's agenda. There are no objections. Adopted, and I'm going to adopt the September committee minutes as well. If I don't see any objections, those are adopted as well. Next slide, please. All right. So we have
Fading in and
Mayor
out.
Adams issued his, hello?
You're
Fading.
just fading in and out again, and then.
Okay, I don't, let me try moving. I don't know why this is happening. Let me move my.
Don't worry, my tablet's all messed up.
No, I don't know really what's going on, to be honest. It said internet was unstable, and then it went back, so. I tried to move to another room. Do you hear me now?
Yes, you're clear.
Okay.
Well, now you're going in and out.
Somewhere. I'm going in and out again. Hello?
Yeah, you're fine now.
Okay. All right. Mayor Adams issued emergency executive order 210, which extends the emergency order in place for 30 days through October 27th. As a result, CB11 will continue to hold its meetings remotely via Zoom through October 22nd. Next slide, please. All right, I don't believe we have any informational updates. Does anybody else have anything? Okay. Next slide, please. All right, so item 1, Moncol Eatery LLC, doing business as Churros Thai, class change application. Not going to go through.
You're
Motion to deny.
frozen. You were frozen.
Okay. Number 1 is a class change that they withdrew. So do we have a motion to deny?
So move.
I'll motion.
Carlos made the motion.
Second.
Do I have a second?
I
Can you say your name when you?
Jordan, second.
All right, so I'm gonna, okay, so motion made by Carlos, seconded by Jordan. Marlene, if you could take the roll.
Does
Sure,
anyone hear me? Wait, does anyone hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, Judith, but everybody's speaking like out of turn. Let's
I know.
just, yeah, that's the problem. So I didn't hear you make the motion. I heard Carlos and Jordan.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I'm having a problem with my tablet also, so I just wanted to know if I'm being heard.
No. Coming in clear.
Okay, you all ready?
Yes,
Thanks. Adem Briha,
deny.
Carlos Diaz,
Deny.
Angela Donadell,
Deny.
Judith Ferraro,
Deny.
and Jordan Wright.
Deny.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next slide, please. Okay, Sono Uchi Sushi, new application for a full liquor license. 1885 Lexington Avenue on 117th Street. Is the applicant present?
No,
They're not present?
no.
Okay.
No,
Um,
I have a question, an issue. Do you hear
well,
me?
go ahead,
They
Judith.
don't have a
Yeah, I
post,
hear you.
they don't have a posting with their papers.
Right, and they're not here and they don't have their public hearing notice. So,
Right, exactly.
so with that, and it's 6:17, we waited, we started a minute, 10 minutes late, so I'm gonna just take a motion on this now. Do I have a motion to deny this application?
I motion.
Okay, motion made by Judith. Is there a second? Angela, I see your hand.
I will
assume that's a
second that
second.
motion.
Thank you. Motion made by Judith, seconded by Angela to deny. Marlene,
Sure. Adem Briha,
deny.
Carlos Diaz,
Deny.
Angela Donadell,
Deny.
Judith Ferraro,
Deny.
and Jordan Wright.
Deny.
The motion carries.
Thank you. Next slide, please. Okay, this is for SNJT LLC, doing business as Sol Maya. New application for a full liquor license for restaurant at 2061 Second Avenue on 106th Street. Marlene is, excuse me, no, is the applicant present?
Yes.
Okay. Then the floor is the applicant's. Just tell us a little bit about your business and then we'll see if anybody has any questions before we go into the vote for this.
Okay, can everyone hear me?
Yes.
We hear you.
Hello?
Yep,
Yes.
we
Okay.
hear you.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Michelle. I am the owner of Sol Maya Restaurant. To tell you a little bit about myself, I am a first-generation Mexican-American. I've been involved with restaurant hospitality my whole life, even conducting restaurant outreach work, so helping restaurants understand their clientele and develop their menus. I've also seen my parents, aunts, uncles heavily involved in the restaurant industry, and this motivated me to start a family business and give back to my community. I recently received a master's degree in environmental and occupational health, so this helps me implement safety procedures to create a successful but safe atmosphere. As you mentioned, we are applying for a full liquor license and a temporary permit to sell alcohol while the full application is being reviewed. Our current business hours are 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., but with the liquor license, we intend to stay open later and begin serving dinner and cocktails that are representative of Latin flavors. There won't be partying, that's not our intention, but we would like to have ambient sound and music as people are eating. And by moving to a later service, closing at 11 p.m., we'd have that additional 5-hour window to provide authentic Latino cuisine and beverages to support the business. And this also allows us to employ more people that live in the area. And of course, with the winter approaching, it's a tough time for restaurants. So the liquor license helps us to create more jobs, keep people employed, and keeps the business going. So if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Thank
I-
you. I have a question and then I'll go to the rest of the committee.
Mhm.
You were denied back in, I believe you were denied back in February when you came to the board by the SLA, not by us, but by the SLA, as far as I know. Can you explain why
Yes.
that happened?
Yes, so we were denied SLA because they let us know that there was a school too close to the restaurant. We got in touch with the school, but by the time we got a response from the school, the time to submit a reconsideration had passed, and therefore we were told we had to reapply. We've spoken with the school directors, and we've since learned that the space is not exclusively a school, and it's also rented out for outside events, so community events and things of that sort. And we also have a letter of support from the school to receive our license.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that.
Mhm.
Judith?
Yes, yes. It says here that you're gonna have live music, rock bands, acoustic jazz, and local mariachi groups.
Mhm. Mhm. Yes.
Now, I don't know what building you're in, but are there residents that live above you, beside you, or whatever? Because I'm concerned about that.
Yes, so there is residential buildings right there next to the restaurant building. However, to our understanding, there hasn't been any issues. We have implemented the mariachi Sunday in the daytime, 12 to 2 p.m. We haven't received any noise complaints so far. That's as much as I know to my understanding.
So you've been open without a liquor license at this point?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. Any other committee members, I guess? I don't know. I'm concerned about the noise.
Carlos, you're
Yeah,
recognized, and then Angela.
Is your place soundproof?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Is your place soundproof?
That I'm not sure. I can definitely look into that and have a response for you. But like I mentioned, we haven't had any noise complaints so far in the last month that we've implemented mariachi music in the restaurant.
Okay, Angela?
Okay, so as a follow-up to Judith and Carlos's question, is the intention only to play music in the daytime? That's a different dynamic than playing it at night during the week when you have residents upstairs. So is the intent to have music in the evening, or is this something just on the weekends in the daytime?
Yes, of course. So from right now, we've decided to implement it on the weekends. Like currently, right now, we're only doing it on Sunday, 12 to 2 p.m. Of course, understanding we don't currently have our license, so things may change once if we do receive our license. We would be, of course, understanding of the residents that are nearby. Our intention is not to play music at 10:30 p.m. and disturb everyone's life and peace. So we would do it earlier if requested, or we'll keep it in the day, 12 to 2 p.m. on Sundays, as we're currently doing.
Okay, so I have a point of information for Adem. I feel that maybe this should be modified to just include the time that they plan on doing it right now to approve it for all the time, and then it becomes an issue later because she doesn't even know if it's soundproofed yet. And there are people there at 11 o'clock, even if it's up till 9, children should go to bed if there's any in the building. If they put the soundproofing in, that's a whole nother dynamic. So can it be amended? Can we suggest that?
You can make, I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but that was well stated. And I think if you would like to make a motion with those conditions, then we would be
Yes.
approving that. So that would overrule any of that. You can put all that language into a motion. We could take a
Like I'm
vote
gonna
on that.
remember that in 5 minutes. Okay, so
No, I don't know if it's going to be 5 minutes. I'm hoping, I hope we're closer than that. So,
so for the applicant, is that a problem?
No, it wouldn't be a problem for us at all.
Okay, so I would make
well,
a motion.
you can make it, Angela, if I could make one recommendation.
Thank you.
Since she doesn't know if they have soundproofing, and
Right.
if they do have soundproofing, then it is not an issue. we
Right,
could perhaps say everything you're gonna say with the
yes,
condition that if she does bring in proof of soundproofing, let's say, it shouldn't take her, we'll give her to Wednesday of next week to let us
Okay.
know. If she has soundproofing, then we can say, we can approve it as it is. If she doesn't have soundproofing and doesn't provide it by Wednesday, then we'll go with whatever you're about to recommend. I
okay,
think that's the best way, in my opinion, but I'll
okay,
leave it up to you.
so would it
So,
be a motion for conditional approval? Or motion for approval with the
right,
following conditions
yeah,
that you give us within, by the, I'm assuming that's like the 19th? The 19th of October, you bring in information that shows that the place is soundproof, so that then we could then conditionally approve this license. If not, then I feel we should wait until those things are in place. You probably know how to better pose this.
yeah, I was gonna say, what we could do is we could approve it with what we're comfortable with, right? Like,
Yes,
and then, so we can do it all tonight. We can approve it with, like you were saying, that without the soundproofing, well, what time would we be comfortable with this music stopping? We can
right.
make the motion to approve that. However, if she brings proof of soundproofing by next week,
Then we
then-
could extend it.
then it can go to whatever she asked for. So do you want to
Okay.
phrase it like that? Judith, go ahead.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
phrase it
before-
for me, Judith.
Judith, I think you could do it. So if you want to, it would be helpful. I can't do it as a chair.
Yes, I will. One question.
Yeah.
Is it only going to be mariachi because you also have rock bands and live music? So I want to know if that's, since that's circled, I'd like to know if it's only mariachi or any of these other bands.
As of now, the live music is referencing the mariachi, as that would require a band in person
Okay.
to do that.
All right, so right now the mariachi is only on the Sunday, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so, and you don't know if you have soundproofing. All right, so what we should do is approve it as is with the Sunday only until we have proof that it is soundproof. If we don't get proof that it's soundproof, I guess we will deny it.
No, the motion carries just the way it is.
Right,
Okay.
Judith, right, so we're approving it with the restriction of Sunday only till
Right.
9 o'clock.
Exactly.
But
Right.
if she brings in the
Good.
proof by Wednesday, then
I
she
got it.
can, yeah, okay, so then that's the motion on the floor. I think we're all clear?
Yep.
Well, yes.
No,
So
Okay, Marlene's not
there's a-
clear.
okay.
All right.
Okay.
So, okay, so what
Just
you
a
all are approving
quick-
right now, you're asking her to change her modify her her existing stipulation. What's the restriction?
Well, they said that she's doing the mariachi, I believe, on Sunday.
So Sunday, you want her to alter that time from what to what?
No,
No, what she has now is fine.
But she's
Okay.
asking, we believe she's asking for like all
to
hours,
extend it.
right? And that's the problem, that they're not comfortable with approving that till they know she has soundproofing.
Okay, so okay, so you guys are not asking her to modify her stipulation. So that's not on the table right now.
Not on the Sunday, no.
No,
The entire, the hours of operation, you're not
Well,
asking.
that's the thing.
because the
Marlene
hours of
might be making-
operation is only till 11. The only thing that would need to
Exactly.
be in the stip would probably be during the week. She stop at 9 o'clock if they have live mariachi. So I'm talking Sunday at 9, which is what we're doing already. Sunday to Thursday at 9. Friday, Saturday, they could stay till 11.
All right, so Marlene, what they're saying is they want the stipulation modified that Sunday to Thursday, the live music stops at 9 p.m. However, if she brings in proof of soundproofing by next Wednesday, then her stipulation is fine as is, which is then till 11 p.m., I believe, 7 nights a week, she could have the live music.
Right.
So
Well,
by
can I
10,
mention something
19,
right now?
Right. So basically what we're saying tonight is we will approve this motion. I mean, we'll approve this application with the change to the stipulation that the mariachi is from Sunday to Thursday till 9 p.m., Friday and Saturday till 11 p.m.
Right.
However, if the applicant by next Wednesday, the 19th, say by 5 p.m., close of business,
Mhm.
provides proof that there is soundproofing at the establishment, then we will be okay with them being open 7 days a week. I mean, sorry, having live music till 11 p.m., 7 days a week. Is that correct, Angela? That was. I'm
Yes,
sorry,
because the
Judith,
soundproofing eliminates the noise.
right.
Right.
And Judith, you were making the motion, I believe. Did I state what you were saying correctly?
Yeah, I thought
Okay.
Angela was making the motion, so. yeah.
Well, you did then, and then Angela kind
I'll
of passed it.
second the motion.
Well, Carlos
Oh,
has his hand up before we go any further.
I was gonna second
Carlos.
the motion, but I'll yield to my colleague.
All right, so Judith, it was actually your motion. You were making it.
Okay,
All right, so Angela, you seconded it. Okay,
Yes.
Marlene,
We tag teamed it.
yeah, that was great work.
wait, that's right. Wear a tag.
Marlene, if you could take the roll.
Judith
please.
made the motion and
Angela seconded it.
Thank you.
that's to approve.
We're approving right now. If she doesn't come with anything next
With any
week,
proof,
she's still
with any
approved.
proof,
We're still
right.
approving the application and we're approving it with the condition that the stipulation be changed to 9 p.m. Sunday to Thursday for live music. Friday and Saturday can remain till 11. However, if she does bring in the soundproofing proof of that by the close of business on 10/19, then we will approve her application as it was originally provided to us, which would mean she can have live music till 11 p.m., 7 days a week.
Mhm.
Correct.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and call the roll. Adem Bruja,
Yes.
Carlos Diaz,
Yes.
Angela Donadell.
Yes, and thank you, Marlene.
Oh, I didn't do anything. I just asked for a lot of clarity. You guys
That
did.
helps, though.
Judith Ferraro,
Yes, and it was complicated, so I'm glad you got it.
and Jordan Wright.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, thank you, and thank you, the applicant. Yeah, try to have that by Wednesday or before. If you do, great. If not, we hope it works out the way we're saying. All right, so now we are on number 4, El Nuevo Caridad Restaurant, renewal application for a full liquor license for a restaurant at 2257-59 Second Avenue on 116th Street. I believe they have all their documents. There are no 311s. I don't think they're here. If they are, no, they're probably not. Okay. So with that being said, their renewal, all documents are in, no 311s. Do I have a motion?
So move, Carlos.
Motion to approve by Carlos. Do I have a second? Seconded by Angela. I see your hand. Marlene, if you could take the roll.
Adem Bruja,
Yes.
Carlos Diaz,
Yes.
Angela Donadell,
Yes.
Judith Ferraro,
Yes,
and Jordan Wright.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Okay, we're on number 5 now, 1569 Lex LLC, renewal application for a wine, beer, and cider license for a restaurant at 1569 Lexington Avenue on 100th Street. This is also a renewal, as I stated. I believe they have all their documents as well, and no 311s. They're not required to be here. I don't believe they are. With that being said, do I have a motion?
okay, I'll motion.
All right,
To
motion to
accept.
approve by Judith. Do I have a second? I'll recognize Eugene. We'll get a new name in here. Seconded by Eugene. Thank you. And Marlene, if you could take the roll.
Sure. Adem Bruja,
Yes.
Carlos Diaz,
Yes.
Angela Donadell,
Yes.
Judith Ferraro,
Yep,
and Jordan Wright.
Yes.
Hi, Wanda Hopkins here.
ooh,
Sorry, I'm late.
Okay, we're
Can
gonna
you hear
move
me?
to number 6.
We can hear you. I'm sorry, Adem. We can hear you, Wanda, but you have feedback in the background. So if you're not going to say
Oh, I'm
anything in
so
regard to an applicant or, note yourself on the record for a vote, keep yourself on mute, please.
Eugene, your hand is still up. Was it? Oh, okay, no, just didn't want to see if you had a question. Okay.
No, I just wanted to let you know I came on late, but I am attending the meeting.
Thank you. All right, we are on number 6 now. Lars LLC doing business as the Capo, renewal application for a full liquor license for a restaurant at 1392 Madison Avenue. This, I believe, is not as straightforward as the other renewals. Marlene, are they here, the applicant?
No.
Okay, so
They don't have any documents.
no, they don't have a stipulation. They don't have a questionnaire. Marlene brought it to my attention that their license expired on June 30th of 2022, and they sent their 30-day notice in on 9/15/2022, and we received it on 9/19. So I'm not really sure what's going on, because that means this license has been expired now for all of July, August, and September. They're not here. They don't have all their documents, so we can't ask them anything. So do I have a motion?
I motion to deny.
Okay, motion to deny by Angela. I'm sorry, by Judith. Sorry. I saw Angela's hand. I was going to say second. So
Yes,
Angela, I
I'm
assume that's a
practicing.
second?
Yes, I was going to deny, but a motion to
Mhm.
second. I'm trying
Okay,
to
so-
learn how to use the hand function.
You'd be the first one, I think. I'm not good at it either. Judith, motion to deny, seconded by Angela. Marlene, if you could take the roll.
Adem Briha,
Deny.
Carlos Diaz,
Deny.
Angela Donadell,
Aye.
Judith Ferraro,
Deny.
and Jordan Wright.
Deny.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Okay, believe this is a final liquor license. It's
Yep.
for Applebee's, renewal for a full liquor license on 1/17 in Pleasant, but the application was withdrawn. So do I have a motion to deny? Eugene, is that a motion to deny?
No, Applebee's is closed.
Right, I heard that, but I guess they already had submitted paperwork, so procedure is we still have to vote on it because they
I'll make a
withdrew their
motion to deny then.
Thank you. All right, so there's a motion to deny by Eugene. Angela, I assume that's a second?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right, so motion to deny by Eugene, seconded by Angela. Marlene, if you could take the roll, please.
Adem Briha,
Deny.
Carlos Diaz,
Deny.
Angela Donadell,
Deny.
Judith Ferraro,
Deny.
and Jordan Wright.
Deny.
Okay, with that being said, we will now move to our street activity permits. First up is Feeding the Homeless Street Event, October 30th. Setups 10 a.m., breakdown 3:30 p.m. Location is 125th between Park and Madison. It's a partial sidewalk closure. Is the applicant present?
Yes.
All right, if the applicant would like to, please introduce yourself and just tell us a little bit about your street event.
Good evening. My name is Michael Adolphus, and I am founder and president of Amen Ministries, Inc. We are a not-for-profit, faith-based organization that believe in improving the quality of living for people in the neighborhood through spiritual, mental, and physical contributions. And one of the ways we do that is by giving back. We believe in giving back to the communities in which we live and which we frequent. And so what we want to do on October 30th is something that we've been doing for about 4 or 5 years, but in different capacities. What we've done previously was every once a month, we will come out and have a cart and walk around the neighborhood of 125th to 116th and give out sandwiches and food. But we thought that it might be a little bit more convenient for us if we set up a stand on 125th between, I think it's Park and Madison, where it's that area over there by where there's no actual building, that this a boarded area, and we was going to have a stand up, a tent up, have hot food and have, I guess, a speaker, and a speaker meaning some type of where we can, a microphone and speaker where we can invite people to come and get something to eat. We did it last month and it was a success, and we wanted to do it again. And so we felt that it was something that we needed to just seek permission to make sure it's done right. It's about giving back to the community. That's what we've been doing, and that's what we want to continue to do. If you want to see more of the things that we do, my website is on www.theamenministries.com. And I'm pretty much that's it.
Thank you. All right,
Um,
Carlos, I see your hand.
Yeah, I just want to make a motion to approve. He's done it
Oh.
before, so.
Okay,
Right.
before we go there, I don't believe they have letters of support, so I wanted to ask
all right.
why there aren't any letters of support.
The reason why I don't have letters of support is because I also, so although this is a not-for-profit, I have a day job. So being able to go to different stores in the community to ask them permission, to ask them for letters of support, it really was kind of complicated for me to do. I wasn't able to do that. But we do get support from the neighborhood, because actually last time we went there, the store across the street, there was this store, they came and brought us juices and gave it to us to help as a contribution to the neighborhood. It's just that at that particular time, I'm not able, because of my availability, to go to each store, speak to the owner of the store and ask them to write a letter of support for this particular event.
Okay, Judith?
Yeah, so supposedly, sir, this is only on the sidewalk, correct?
Yes, it is only on the sidewalk.
On the
and-
side where the blue fencing is, where a building was supposed to be built but never built.
Yes,
So if it's only on the sidewalk, and that sidewalk is, I mean, that street is a short street, and it really doesn't have anything on that street.
absolutely. Right, so it's the south side between,
I know exactly where it is.
yes, so there's nothing there. And that's where we usually will put up our tent.
Wait, this isn't on 125th?
So
Yeah.
it is on 125th, but it's right
Park
there.
Avenue.
Yes, Park Avenue, but it's
Park
like,
Avenue, yeah. And it's where, remember, that building was supposed to be built?
Marriott is what we built. there.
Yeah, and it's still fenced in. It's just like a hole in the ground. There's nothing there. And it's.
Oh, is it
it's-
where they have all the paintings on the boards? Is that what
Yes.
it's called?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
that's it. So
But-
they're
but
not,
there
they're
are-
not.
But there are
closing- Oh,
I
I'm
hear
sorry.
you.
Yeah,
No, I
they're-
mean, my only issue with these things, and I'm gonna say it, is we have procedures for a reason. I'm looking at Google right now, there's like 20 businesses across the street, lots of
Across.
stores. So
Right.
I'm not here I'm not even gonna make the motion, but I just want to bring it to everyone's attention that when we set a precedent, we have rules and this, and then we tell one person, well, it's okay, it's a slippery slope, because this person says, well, it's in front of a fenced place. The other person is going to say it's because of this. So that's just my recommendation as the chair. I think we have the rules for a reason. We don't put that there's exceptions. We just have those rules. So that's all I want to say on that. But
Yeah, it's
I have a
it's a-
question. Are you able to get a couple of letters?
he just needs one letter.
To be honest with you, I'm not gonna say I am able to, because I would have to, find, because usually I don't, like, for me to go to them on the weekend might not be, I don't want to make a promise that I am able to, but I have been doing this, well, not positioned in this particular spot, but we have been feeding every month in that particular community. And this is like the second to third time that we were doing this at this particular site. Hello? See, the first time we did it, we didn't realize that we needed a permit, but it was fine. And the second time we did get a permit. And when we got the permit, everything went well. So this will be the third time. And it's only once a month. Or not every month, because it's about to become, it's the winter time coming now. So this pretty much will be the last month that we would do it until May, maybe May or June.
Oh.
Hold on one second. I'm usually don't do this, but I saw someone put something in the chat. Tamika, if you can speak, you said you could write a letter. Do you have a business or an organization that is on this block?
She's the state committee woman.
Positive Workforce is like, half a block away. So maybe you could reach out to them, and they're not for profit organization. Maybe you could reach out to them. You could even call them and speak to Vinny Torres as a director.
Angela, your hand's up. Go ahead.
First, so Tamika one said she could write it.
And she
Two,
said her
don't you,
nonprofit covers that area now. She just wrote
do
that too.
you have, there's nobody that's supporting the this event with you that could possibly run by, even if you created a form letter to ask them to sign, if they're not adverse to it, just to do something, because I agree with them. If those are the rules, we need to constantly follow the rules to the
Okay.
best of our ability.
Angela, Tamika is the state committee woman. So, and
But that's
she,
not a business. That's just what she is.
Well, she says
One
she has
business.
she says she has a
she
nonprofit
has a nonprofit
that is now that covers.
area.
So if that's the case, that would be sufficient. If it is
Okay.
actually, if it's a nonprofit that covers that area, then that would be sufficient.
Yeah.
So if she's willing to write that letter, I would ask that, I don't know, maybe she could provide her email address to the applicant or something, and he can reach out to her about getting that letter. I see there, okay, she did. So, sir, I got too much going on in my head. I remember she just put her email in the chat.
Right.
If you want to take that email down, maybe just send her an email. She can email you back the letter, and then you can forward that email to the board.
Right.
You wouldn't even have to go anywhere.
Okay, thank you very much. So would I forward it to the same email that
Yeah,
they
where
invited
you've
me to
sent.
come? Yes.
Yeah, you've submitted other documents, right? You submitted your
Yes.
safety. So wherever you've been emailing all of that, I'd ask that you just send that letter there, and then that will meet the requirement. Being that it is a nonprofit that is in that area, that would be sufficient.
Okay, and then last question I have is, would, like, say every month that during next year, I will have to apply for every month, or could I just put a schedule in and see if you could approve it?
You can ask for multiple, there's a way to apply for multiple dates, and then you would only have to come once, and we would vote on all the dates.
Correct.
I'm not guaranteeing that all the dates get approved, but generally speaking, if there's no conflict and you have all your documents in, we could approve multiple dates at once. You would not have to come back every month.
Thank you very much.
You're
And
welcome.
what is the young lady name? T Map. What is her name?
Tamika Mapp.
Yeah.
Tamika Map. Thank you very much, Tamika.
Okay, I have two hands up. All right, so I'm gonna go with Angela, and then there is Stanley, who is in the attendees. You will have the floor after Angela. Go ahead, Angela.
So I'd just like to know what the name of the nonprofit is that she has that's over there.
Tamika, if you can't speak, if you wouldn't mind just typing in the name.
Yes, it's on Progressive Educating New Yorkers. We're a workforce job training program that covers the 125th Street area all the way down to 92nd Street.
But you have a business located right there, an actual spot there.
I don't have an actual spot there. I just, my non-for-profit covers that area. So can I still write the letter of support if I cover it?
Yep.
Yeah, Angela, that would be sufficient. As far
Okay,
as I
thank
know.
you.
But I appreciate the question, because Stanley, your hand is up. You have to unmute yourself if you want to speak.
Who's Stanley?
He's an attendee from, but I don't know his hand, maybe his hand's up by accident or he's having technical.
He has the
difficulties.
ability to speak. You have to just unmute yourself, Mr. Wolfson. You have the ability to speak.
Okay, well, we'll, unfortunately, maybe he has a comment on this, but I'm gonna move forward. So would somebody like to make a motion, a conditional motion? We'll say that we have this letter. We'll give till, well, whoever makes the motion, decide when you would want this letter in by. I'm not gonna say that. All right, so does anyone like to make a motion?
Oh, I'll make a motion.
Okay, go ahead, Judith.
To approve the sidewalk, what is it called? What is he gonna put up a
Fee-
tent?
Well, you just approve the street event.
Yeah. Approve the 125th Street between Park and Madison, with a letter from the state committee woman who covers that area by, let's say today's Wednesday, why not by Monday?
All right, so by Monday, 5 PM, let's just say close the
Yeah,
business?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
do I have a second?
Because I know Tamika will do it.
Tamika, your hand's up, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to tell you that this is not the state committee women's hat, it's the Progressive Educating New Yorkers hat. So we
Okay.
can separate it.
Yeah,
All right, you're
understood.
doing it under your 501c3, right?
So maybe restate the motion because you did say state committee, so leave that language out and just, you don't even have to say more than
Right.
that he gets the letter of support. Who it's from is irrelevant. We know that she said she's gonna write it. If there is no letter, if he comes in with a letter from somebody else that's on that block, that's also fine. He needs the
Right.
letter of support by Monday at 5.
Okay, yeah, he needs a letter of support by Monday, 5 PM.
Okay, so, and let's leave out all the language
Yeah,
about state
exactly.
committee.
Exactly.
Okay, so
Thank
there's a
you,
motion on the
Tamika.
floor. Do we have a second?
Second by Jordan.
Okay, thank you, Jordan. Marlene, if you could take the roll?
Adem Brija,
Yes.
Carlos Diaz,
Yes.
Angela Donadell,
Yes.
thanks, Judith Ferraro,
Yes,
and Jordan Wright.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
thanks, Tamika.
Thank you.
Okay, number 9, we are at Trick or Treat Street Event, October 29th. Set up 9 AM, breakdown 6 PM. It's on Pleasant Avenue between 118th and 119th Street. It is a sidewalk and curb lane closure. Is Carry On or any of the applicants for this?
I don't see anything for Uptown Grand Central, anyone from Uptown Grand Central. Someone just joined. I'll see if that person is,
And Marlene, we're still at, they have not submitted any documents, correct?
no, I haven't received anything.
All right, so no one is present and there are no documents submitted. So do I have a motion to deny number 9?
I'll go.
All right, so Judith, motion to deny Trick or Treat
Yeah.
Street Event. Do I have a
Yeah.
second?
Where's my tag team?
Anybody want to second this?
I'll second it. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I was
Angela.
looking at the Penny
problem.
Yard website.
No
Sorry.
problem.
Chairman,
So
give me excuse for a moment. I gotta go downstairs. Is that okay?
Okay, yep, no problem.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have a motion to deny. Eugene, do you have a question?
Yeah, I am on the committee. I should be part of the role.
What?
Hi Eugene, you were not present in the beginning of the meeting for the roll call, so right now I'm calling those that were present. You will be recognized during the second roll call at the end of the meeting,
Okay.
okay?
Okay, so we have a motion to deny by Judith. It is seconded by Angela. Marlene, if you could take the roll.
A motion, what? A motion to deny?
Yeah, they're not
No.
here and they have no documents.
Not here and no
Oh,
documents.
okay. I got
Yeah,
confused. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. You still seconded it?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, all right. So Marlene, if you could take the roll.
Adem Briha,
Deny.
Carlos Diaz,
He stepped out.
Angela Donato,
Deny.
Judith Ferraro,
Deny.
and Jordan Wright.
Deny.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Number 10, I believe, is next. Okay, the 2022 TSC New York City Marathon Street Event, November 6, 2022. There are a bunch of locations. You can read them yourselves. I'm not going to read them all. Is the applicant here?
Yes.
Okay. They haven't submitted any documents. Is that correct?
No.
Okay, well, the applicants, feel free to speak. I'm confused as to why there are no documents submitted, so if you could speak to that as well, thank you.
Hi, so we have submitted just for the overall street activity permit. We're currently working on finalizing the spreadsheet showing what is going to be in those locations, and that should be uploaded this week. We're actually working as well to get any additional permits in place. We have been in communication with the Greater Harlem Chamber of Commerce that usually takes over this position near Marcus Garvey Park. It's going to be basically same setup as it has been in the years past for the marathon. We are going back to 50,000 runners, same as 2019. And also just in reference to Marcus Garvey Park area, we will still have the usual stages and tents in that location for race day. And of course, trying to reopen those roads as quickly as we can.
Well,
Is there any questions? Judith, go ahead.
I do remember that since I live across the street from Marcus Garvey. So, I mean, I don't know what the rest of you want to do, but I do know that they did that. It was here last year.
Yeah, and it was also there in 2019 and the year before as well. So it's been a consistent setup that we do there.
Judith,
Yeah.
I can't really remember. You remember these things better than me. I've never remembered this coming before. It comes all the time every year?
Well, I see it every year.
And they usually have documents though for us.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of
Can
it,
I ask, would the marathon happen last year? With COVID, I
The
can't
marathon
remember.
did happen last year. It was just half the field size, but everything
So this is the
was
full
basically
field size for the first time since COVID.
correct. Since
And we
2019.
don't have any documents.
So when you're saying documents, sorry, this is my first time as the course lead for this. So in the past, the documents that were presented to you, were they mostly just layouts and such, or the documentation that I upload to my street activity permit? I just need a little clarification on what you've received
I'm
in the
assuming,
past.
Marlene, correct me if I'm wrong, but if there are all these locations, wouldn't there be safety plans and stuff like that, at least for each of the locations?
Yeah,
Like,
so Miss Fuentes, you're confused because most applicants get confused with this process. The community board has a set of requirements that they ask, and that's separate from what is required of you from SAPO. So sometimes when you get an email from the board office, myself, it's duplicating what you've already done and uploaded to the SAPO system. So sometimes you just have to pull that same information and email it to me, and I then would provide it to the committee. So when you're saying you've uploaded, I'm pretty sure you're saying that you've uploaded this to the SAPO system. Is that what you mean?
That is correct. And actually,
Okay.
Caroline Barr, who's on this call with us as well, she's handling a lot of the community board conversations. And I know that there is an email that does go out every year with a lot of the documentation that you are mentioning. As I said, Caroline is on this call, so she may have more information than I do on that.
Right, so I didn't receive anything as that came to the board office on regards to this event. So it probably was just given to SAPO alone and not emailed to the board office. So you fulfilled SAPO's requirement, but not this board's requirement.
Okay, understood. So I can follow up with that information tomorrow to make sure that you do get that information that you need.
Yeah, and this is Caroline. I can send over all of the road closure, traffic advisory information as well over so that you have all that.
And so this would be the same. Had there been any that you're aware of any significant changes since, say, 2019? Because this would be the first time it's like that again. So
Nope, this is all
Okay.
staying the same. As I said, the setup and everything with the Greater Harlem Chamber of Commerce that usually takes over Marcus Garvey Park. That is all going to be the same as 2019.
Okay.
Good.
Well, all I can suggest is it's the New York Marathon, you know, I don't know. We're not gonna meet again till I believe after it happens. I could be wrong. We could do a conditional. I'm assuming that they are in fact correct and that it is gonna be the same. And if everybody's comfortable with how it was in 2019, and it's gonna be the same again, assuming we get those documents, would that, the question is that sufficient to the committee? So I'll leave that up to you guys. If somebody wants to make a motion, if there are more questions, raise your hands.
The only thing that I can say is that being that I live across the street, I've seen it before.
No, I mean, that's, yeah, I mean, sometimes we get bogged down the paper, but, you know, living through something, seeing is definitely a
Yeah.
valuable input. Angela?
So I'd like to motion to approve upon the condition that we receive the documents that have been uploaded
To
in our
sap,
office, the SAPO information,
right.
because this is an annual event and it runs past my house as well.
Well, you
So-
might want to include, if I may,
Go
that,
ahead.
that in addition to that, that there are no changes from 2019, because then we wouldn't have a chance to comment if there were any change.
Okay, so condition upon receiving the information uploaded to SAPO, and long as no conditions have changed since last year's event 2021.
No, 2019,
Oh,
because
but we had one
2020,
last year.
right,
Oh, we
but it was half
skipped it.
capacity.
Right.
No. They did it last year.
No,
but it
I
was
get
half-
it. It's because that's the last time they had a full one was
Right, yes,
2019.
yeah, so that's why we're using that as the benchmark. I know, it's a little confusing.
I am doing my best. I'm trying
I
to
got
be
you.
a good person here, representing,
I think you are. Nobody said you weren't.
trying
All
to
right,
make these motions.
So there's a conditional motion on the floor. And when do you want that submitted by?
Oh, they could give it to us by Monday.
Okay, Monday, close of business. All right, so
Yeah.
we ask that all the documentation be provided by this coming Monday by 5 PM, and that there are no changes from what was submitted in 2019, right? Is that correct,
Right.
Angela?
Yes,
All right, so
sir.
that's the motion on the floor. It's a conditional approval. Do I have a second?
I second.
Seconded by Judith. Marlene, could you take the roll?
Sure. Adem Briha,
Yes.
Carlos Diaz. Angela Donado,
Yes, thank you.
Judith Ferraro,
Yes.
and Jordan Wright.
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right,
This was
thank you.
seconded by, was it Judith?
Yes,
Thank you.
Yes.
I believe that is the last street activity permit.
No, oh,
Yeah, it is.
we did the trick or treat? Yeah,
We did not. They didn't have anything and they weren't here.
Correct.
All right, so we don't have any I don't have any old business. Does anyone else have any old business? Okay, no. Next slide, please.
It's a good question.
Yeah, go ahead.
In the chat, Christina Perry from Warm in attendance. Was that, she said for permit confirmation from the September 11th meeting? I mean, the September CB11 meeting.
I wasn't at, if it was for the license and permits, I wasn't at that meeting.
I don't even remember what this is.
All right.
Hi, may I
Christina,
interject real fast,
Yes, go ahead.
if you don't mind? So Christina Perry, you have the ability to speak when a Dem recognizes you, okay? It's what I've discussed with you several times in the office and via email. Your application was reviewed and approved by CB11 last month. There is nothing else that you are obligated to do or submit to this board. So if you're speaking about actually getting the permit, you have to speak to the SAPO office from the number that I've provided to you. If you need me to provide it to you again, I will gladly do that. But you have fulfilled your obligation with the board. There's nothing else you have to do. They already approved your application. Then if you would like to recognize her.
I'll recognize her if she wishes to respond.
Okay, thank you. That's exactly what I was looking for. Okay, so
thank
I'll
you
call
then.
Staples tomorrow. Thank you.
No problem. There's another comment now from Kim Cunningham. Kim, you can speak if you'd like.
Hi, everyone. I apologize for being late. I just got home. I'm new to the process and I'm with the Greater Central Baptist Church. And we have an annual book event every year for the past 25 years. We had collaborated with Bethel AME and St. John's Baptist Church. But apparently now they're no longer they no longer want to be involved, and we would like to continue that tradition. And I was looking for information how to get a permit. And I was told we have to go through the Community Board 11 as well as filing with the 32nd precinct. Is that correct?
Yes.
No. What
32nd
So how do we go
precinct?
about that now?
You mean the
Because
25th precinct?
25th precinct.
well, I think we are associated with the 32nd. 132nd Street and 5th, Greater Central Baptist Church.
Maybe.
I think
See,
so, yeah. The 32nd.
They may be in our board. It depends on what side of Fifth Avenue I believe they're on. And 132nd Street is definitely that other precinct, the 32, I think.
Oh, 32, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
So
back.
Well, if you go to our website, I can't remember, what is it, CB11M.org?
Correct.
Yes.
Yes, you can go to the license and permit section. It will provide you with all our required documentation, all the steps. Once you submit that, I believe you have to make a submission to SAPO as well as us. We will then add you to our agenda and review it. There are also there's an office number on the website for the board. So if you have any questions that aren't answered by the website, you can then call the board office, or they'll provide you an email and feel free to ask any questions there. Marlene, I didn't want to volunteer you for anything, but go ahead.
No,
You
it's
said
okay.
SABOR. I'm sorry. What is SABOR?
It's okay.
It's the street activity permit office.
Okay.
It's okay, Miss Cunningham. You have to do that street activity permit office first.
Okay.
Before you come to the board. If you do not
Okay.
submit that application, then we don't see it in what it's called the SAE system. That's what we see on our end. So you could have had this conversation with us and figured out, oh, I have to come to the board, and gone on the board's website and pulled all the documents that you need to pull, which I'll eventually email you anyway. But if you do not submit that application through SAPO, it's as if you never did any of that.
I got you.
Because they are the authority that permits. This board sends a
We're advisory.
recommendation
I
to
see.
SAPO to say, yes, we approve that this event happens on this street, this day, and this time. But
Okay.
they will permit you, so you have to go to them first.
First, the street activity permit office.
Yes.
Gotcha. Great. Thank you. That's why I signed on to get on, so I can know the process and how to go forward.
Okay, great. We wish you luck and we hope to see you at
Thank
one of
you.
our meetings coming up.
I
soon.
will. Great. Thanks again, everyone.
No problem. You're
Okay,
welcome.
bye-bye.
Bye. All right, so new business. I don't think I had any. And I don't see anybody else. Marlene, if you could take the roll call and then we can all
Sure. Adem Brija,
hear.
Carlos Diaz,
Here.
Rosa Diaz is excused. Angela Donadell,
I am here.
Judith Fabaro,
I'm here.
Wanda Hopkins,
I'm here.
Eugene
I'm here.
Rodriguez. Thank you. Eugene Rodriguez
Yeah.
and Jordan Wright.
Here.
Thank you. Adem.
All right, thank you, everyone. I'll see you all next
Thank you.
month.
Next
Meeting's
week.
adjourned. Well, yeah, I mean next month for this meeting, but yeah, next week. All
Pray
right,
for
good night,
my-
everyone.
Pray for my little dog.
Excuse me, one little question. So
Yeah.
if we don't, where would the meeting, how will we know where the meeting is if they don't push us back again?
They're gonna
Will
email
we-
us probably.
Where?
They'll email us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
no problem.
Pray for
Have
my
a good
little
evening.
doggy.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.